Hello Virgo, welcome back. This is your monthly reading for August 2025. This is for Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your August messages. Virgo, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. Virgo, also don't forget, if you're still interested to know what's happening for you for the rest of 2025, the yearly 2025 reading is available. So let's go ahead and check out any messages that come through. Then we'll check your money and finances, love and relationships, health, any obstacles, blocks, or challenges, and overall message for August 2025. Virgo. Show me the messages for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know in August? Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, okay, let's have a look at these messages. There is a little bit of challenging energy in August. Virgo, it could be a little bit stressful. There could be some anxiety. I feel for some of you, there's something going on with the past here. Thinking about the past, which is causing some kind of memory, some kind of disturbing energy, some kind of stress, some kind of anxiety, or some kind of worry. August is going to be a month for you, Virgo, in which it's going to be important to stay centered, to stay balanced, to be in your element, to be grateful for what you have, to be content with the things that you have, to be happy with what you have, and to not focus on past events, to not focus on things that you no longer have control of. It's going to be important to stay in this positive energy because there is some energy that is going to try to overwhelm you or to stress you out. Virgo, grounding is going to be very important in August. For some of you, this challenging energy, emotionally and mental challenging energy, could specifically have to do with, I'm picking up, this could be a father, this could be some kind of strong male energy, this could be an uncle, a brother, a boss, this could be your boss at a company, if you work at a company. But there could be some challenging energy surrounding this figure. For some of you specifically, Virgo, it could have to do with an Aries or someone. This could be an Aries, sun, moon, or rising sign individual. But there could be some challenging energy surrounding this specific person. Again, for some of you, it's a boss at your company. For some of you, it could be your partner. And Virgo, again, very important to stay centered, to stay balanced, to stay grounded, because it may feel that this energy is trying to attack you from all sides. Try to avoid thinking of the past, because thinking of the past could trigger some of these thoughts, could trigger some of these emotions. If this has to do with a father for some of you, there could be something that's triggering some kind of emotion. And if this has to do with work for some of you, you may be dealing with a work situation. Virgo, there could be some competition where you work. It may be a situation that you're working, you're diligent, you're doing what it is that you need to do, but there could be some competition surrounding you. It may be hard to maintain some kind of stability. So again, focus on what you're doing. Try to avoid focusing on external things happening around you, because this could increase your stress. This could increase your anxiety. Focus on the here and now. Focus on the present. Focus on the moment. If it's a situation that's causing some kind of emotional distress or some kind of regrets, even regrets for not doing something, focus on what you have. Focus on what you can control. Focus on the now. Focus on what you have now versus what you don't have. And focus on what you can do versus what you can't do in the month of August. If there's a situation stressing you out, especially if it has to do with past events, if you're thinking about the past, again, bring yourself back to the present moment. What's happening in the present? Because the past is no longer happening to you now. So stay present in the moment. If it has something to do with a work situation, some kind of competition at work, stay focused and concentrated on your work, on the task that you have on hand versus what's happening around you, what's going on externally in the company. Just focus on what you need to do in that specific day at your job. And that will help keep you centered. Let's have a look at your money and finances. Money and finances. Money and finances. Okay, so money and finances, there's something that you're trying to improve. Something that you are trying to improve. You may be trying to leave some kind of bad situation behind and improve your finances. This could have to deal with some kind of work, especially for those of you that are working at a corporation. There could be some corporate politics, something going on corporate-wise that could be a little bit chaotic, that could be causing some stress. Again, focus on the task that you have on hand and seek to improve your financial situation. Focus on your own situation versus what's happening around you. And so in August, I feel there's going to be this energy to want to try to improve financially. For some of you, this could specifically even be your job that you're working at. This could be a situation in which you may be trying to look for a different job. You may be wanting to leave your job, especially if there's a lot of company politics, especially if there's a boss or a manager that's a little bit heavy-handed, that's a little bit hard to deal with, that could be a little bit strict. There could be a lot of rules and regulations at the place that you're working. Something that you're seeking to get away from. Again, Virgo, for the time being, if there's nothing that can change your situation in this moment, go back to this idea of staying in the present moment. Focus on the task that you have on hand versus what's happening around you, especially if it's a place with a lot of rules, a lot of company politics, a lot of corporate politics, possibly a lot of competition. Focus on what you need to do. And if you're thinking of changing places to improve your financial situation overall, this could be a situation of slow fade. Again, moving slowly away from that situation. Love and relationships. Taurus, love and relationships I feel are stable. There is some stability here, but there could also be some stagnation. There could be something stuck, something that's not moving forward. So for those of you in marriages or long-term relationships, there could be a little bit of stagnation. And I am picking up something more long-term. There's something long-term or something permanent about relationships. Something long-term and permanent, but something which is also very stable. If you have questions about the stability of your relationship, or where your relationship might be going in the month of August, I see a very stable energy here. A relationship that's not going anywhere. And if you want the relationship to go somewhere, I feel it's not going to go anywhere anymore. It's very stable, it's very firm, and possibly even a little bit stagnant. And so again, going back to some of you, if you're dealing with relationships having to do specifically with a boss, a manager, looking to improve this situation financially, this could be a situation of slow fade in which you may have to seek out a different position over the course of the next few weeks or few months. But this could be a situation in which it's going to be a little bit more stuck before the energy starts to move a little bit again. As far as relationships are concerned, again, money is something that you're seeking, and you're looking to do this, looking to improve, looking towards improving some kind of situation financially or monetary. Health, Virgo, there could be something requiring discipline, some discipline in health. So this could be something with the physical body. I'm picking up physical body, discipline of the physical body. I'm also picking up for some of you, there could be something with mind, having a lot of active thoughts, having a lot of thoughts that keep going in your head. Again, for some of you, this could even go back to emotions, thinking of something from the past which could trigger some kind of emotion in the present. So everything starts in the mind, Virgo. So the mind is what triggers the emotions. The emotions then go out of whack and start to manifest symptoms into the physical body. So in August, it's going to be important to pay attention to what it is that you're thinking, paying attention to your thoughts, because they could, especially going back to if you're thinking a lot about the past situations or having regrets, again, those thoughts are going to trigger regrets. And it's also going to cause more stress. It could cause a little bit of depression. So stay in the present moment, pay attention to your thoughts, be disciplined when it comes to physical things, but be disciplined also with your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Stay in the present. Stay in the present moment. Be grateful. Be content with the moment. Let's have a look at obstacles, blocks, or challenges. Okay, viaggio. So this is travel. This is trip. And there's some challenge with this. Again, Virgo, stagnation. I was seeing stagnation. Again, Virgo, there's something with being a little bit stuck, being in the same place, not being able to move a lot in the month of August. And so one of these challenges is specifically with travel, with moving, with going, with breaking up the daily routine. August is going to be a month in which things may continue to stay how they are, even though this could be causing some stress, this could be causing a little bit of emotional upset, this could be causing a general feeling of stress, of anxiety, being stuck in something that you don't want to do anymore. It's going to be important, again, be mindful, be centered, be grateful, focus on what you do have versus what you don't have. Focus on what you can do versus what you can't do. Pay attention to those thoughts again. So a little bit of challenges with movement, with travel specifically. If you are planning a trip, Virgo, there could be some challenges with this. Do remember we are in Mercury retrograde from about mid-July till about the 11th of August or so. So pay attention to the Mercury retrograde. Pay attention to travel in general. Let's have a look at overall message. Okay. Virgo, a crossing point is near. So whatever this is that you're dealing with, whatever this is that's causing some kind of upset, maybe a little depression, some stress, some anxiety, a crossing point is near in August. This situation, again, is going to be a temporary situation. Nothing is permanent. So things, even though they may feel a little stagnant, there could be, again, stagnation in relationships in general. If this is dealing with a partner, if this is dealing with a family member, a father, quite possibly, or a general situation of emotions, of having some kind of emotional upset. This stagnant energy, even though it's stable, it could be a little bit stuck. A crossing point is near. And so this is where some of this energy, our Six of Swords, could come in, especially if it has to deal with a work situation. This could be a work situation that starts to improve slowly but surely over time. So stick with it. Again, focus on staying centered, staying balanced, being mindful. Focus on what you do have versus what you don't have. And focus on what you can do versus what you can't do in the month of August. Remember, a crossing point is near, Virgo. So those are your messages for August 2025. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings. And have a good week.